Thank you for everybody who was watching here today. And I also want to say hi to our virtual audience, everybody who is beaming in online to watch this. Welcome. We miss seeing you here, but we're so glad you're here with us virtually, and we hope you are taking a lot of educational pieces away from this event. So we are excited for the folks who are here in person. It's about lunchtime, right? We're all kind of thinking about food and how food specifically is going to be changing for exhibitions and events moving forward. So we are excited to showcase some live demonstrations from Centerplate today. So over at the Centerplate booth, which is behind you guys and to the right, there is the first demo going on right now called Changes in Buffet Services Cooking Demonstration. I know we all kind of wonder what's going to happen to our beloved buffets in the future, and these are some solutions and options for that. So Executive Chef Kay will be conducting a live cooking demo and discussion featuring our center-to-table gardens and the living mushroom logs. Okay, that's a tease. Go on over there and figure out what that is all about. Enjoy, guys. We will see you back here shortly. Have a great expo.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Centerplate's live cooking demo here at the Orange County Convention Center. My name is Molly Crouch. I'm the Director of Sustainability with Centerplate here at the Orange County Convention Center. We cherish our relationship with the client, and we are honored to be a part of the show today. Today we're going to be doing a cooking demonstration with our own executive chef, James Katarakis. Those of us that know him well call him Chef K. So when you run into him, he will go by Chef K. But he's going to take some time and cook some chicken marsala today with some living mushrooms off of our living mushroom logs, as well as using our living greens from the center-to-table gardens that are located in the Westwood lobby. We have two of the towers on the ends of the stage. They are aeroponic towers, and they are able to produce, somewhere between 800 to 1,000 plants per week. We've been very lucky during this pandemic that Orange County Convention Center has allowed us to continue growing, and we have donated over 16,000 healthy plants to the local community here in Orlando. We've worked with a lot of partners with Orange County and with the City of Orlando, and we couldn't be, again, more honored to be able to participate. Chef K, he's still getting some things together, so let me talk to you guys for just a little bit. We're going to go over a few things today. We're going to talk about styles of service and what has changed in the new normal, from buffets to plateds to what is now going to be much more popular called pick and goes. We're also going to talk about how the preparation for each one of those styles of service is going to be a little bit different than it has been in the past due to social distancing and due to the safety with which we want to operate. Some of the plate up operations have changed for all of those types of services. So Chef K is going to give us a little bit more understanding of that as we move forward. We're also going to talk a little bit about containers and what's happening with disposable ware and what we're going to be putting food into as we move forward. The world has changed a little bit. The markets have changed a little bit. The products and their availability have changed a little bit. So we're going to do the best we can to remain as sustainable as we can, as that is our ultimate goal. However, in the short term, there may be a need to switch to maybe something that is not as environmentally friendly as we would like it to be, based on the temperature of the food and where we might need to store it before it gets out to the guest. And then the last would be the actual service types from a waiter and a server perspective and what they will be doing a little bit differently. Chef, are you ready to talk? Let me again introduce Chef K. He is our executive chef here, James Katarakis.
Are we on? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What are we doing now? This wonderful situation we're in, and we still have to serve food. Styles of service. So we understand, the goal would be that when you walk out of here, you have a little bit better understanding of the food service from the kitchen point of view and our advanced prep. And the different services, we've come up with several different kind of services that we're able to serve. What happened to the buffet? Where did the buffet go? Everything is pick and go, pick and go. Let's just put it in a container and send it out. So that's not good enough. It's not good enough. We need to be way better than that. And how we're going to do that in the styles of service and understanding advanced prep. When we do a party, these guys prep the food. We prep it in advance. We mark it off. We get it ready to be heated up. Once we heat it up, it goes into a hotel pan and we send it out, and that's it. We're not doing that. We can't do that. We can't do that. This is driving us with what's going on. This is driving us to be way better, to present the food better, to present a fresher product. And we're going to do that in a couple ways. The first way, when these guys make the food, they put it in containers, they send it down, and everybody goes through the buffet line and grabs it, and it's like, we all know what it's like, right? We're just trying to get the people fed. Now it's changed. We're going to do a single-sided buffet. The food's going to come down, maybe the salad. Maybe the salad and the dessert are going to be pre-made, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to plate it. We're going to plate a hot item. We're going to plate it, so we're going to plate it. We're going to put it on warmer tops, right? The people come through, they get their salad, they get their plated entree, and they get their dessert. Okay, that's one way. Now, another way that looks like our regular buffet, but yet we're gonna have our chafing dishes and like a regular buffet, but yet we're gonna have servers. Here, we could plate it up for you in a fresh version in front of the guest. They're going to come through the line. Like, we're going to ask you at the end of this demo, we're going to ask you to come up row by row. We're going to ask you to social distance as you come through the line, and we can give you a whole setup. So that's a second way. So there's lots of different containers out there. We could take and put the chicken. We're serving you a chicken dish. We're at the convention center, but it's a sous vide dish. And we're going to be using living mushrooms. Okay? Living mushrooms. These are mushrooms. These are alive. This is how they grow mushrooms, okay? We're going to serve living mushrooms with the chicken. I could do that upstairs, send it down, and we could finish it with the salad. We're not doing any starch. You know why? What happened? What happened? We want plant-based, we want fresh, right? We want light. We want light. So why not knock the starch out, right? A nice protein with a nice living green salad. All these living greens, we grow them here. You can buy them like that. Living, fresh. This is the level that we got to take this thing to. We're going to serve tiny vegetables. What the heck? They're made by little people. They're about this big. They live next to the Keebler farm. Look.
Chef.
The Keebler
Chef,
people.
There could be some folks here that are height challenged.
What happened?
There could be some folks here that are height challenged, meaning, when you call them short, it doesn't,
Okay, they're smaller. Smaller. They're not shorter.
No.
They're tiny. That's why they call them tiny. I don't know if you can see that, but look at this. That's a baby Karen. It's a tiny carrot. So this what makes the food more interesting, and we add some value, right? We like to have value for what we're doing. Jerry's going to start sauteing, flambeing some living mushrooms, and I'm totally sidetracked because that's what I do best.
That's why I'm here. So to try to keep him on what he wrote down he wanted to say. So chef.
Yes.
Now that we've talked about styles of service, we talked about buffets pretty well. We talked about pick and go. Do you want to talk about plated events?
We want to talk about plated meals. Good old, well, we talked about the good old boring buffet, but now look, we've jacked it up here. You know, a little bit of decoration, a little bit of additional fluff. You know, we live in Florida, we like our plantain chips. Fresh. We have, I'm getting sidetracked again.
Again,
okay.
plated meals.
Sorry about that, folks. I can't help myself. And these guys are all eyeballing me behind me. I'm getting nervous.
Plated meals, Chef
So,
Kay.
we're talking about plated meals. How are we making a difference in the kitchen and with our plated meals? What are we doing? Upstairs in the kitchen, my kitchen is upstairs, we are social distancing. We are sanitizing with new types of sanitizer that are all in one, that make it very easy for us to do our job. So now we're going to do a plated meal. Plated meals, as long as we have our social distancing and we're not trying to leave things out on the table, and we have 4 people for a 10 top is what we're doing right now. We still can do very nice plated meals. So plated meals aren't so much, I think, a challenge, because it's what we do. We make the food, the advanced prep. It takes us 3 days to do the advanced prep. Okay? We heat the food up. It goes into hotel pans. Then we plate it up. Then we send it to the location and finish it. Now, we're minimizing the finishing now. We're minimizing the handling of all the products. Double and triple handling is out. Trying to over garnish, over prepare. It needs to be simple and clean. When I say that, we don't use less than 4 ingredients per item. When you're preparing these different salads, when you're preparing the different entrees. You know, some chefs get carried away with, you know, Himalayan salt and lemons from the top of Mount Rushmore, and, you know, picked by little pygmies. Can I say pygmies?
No pygmies. Okay, so let me keep you back on track because we're at 1:15 now, Chef.
It's 1:15.
It is. So you guys.
What does that mean?
That means 1:20 we are over.
1:20 we're done?
Yeah. So let me.
Well, we need to start making the food.
You need to start prepping the food, and I'll do a little bit of talking, a little bit about some of the stuff that we're doing.
Okay, but I can't hear you.
Well, you can hear me if you came down here.
I'm coming.
So the purpose of what Chef Kay is talking about now, so the chefs are, if you notice what they're wearing their personal protective equipment. So they're over here. Personal protective equipment. So they have their existing chef gear, right? So they have their chef coat, their chef hat, and everything that goes along with those, and their gloves. But they're also wearing face shields and their KN95 masks.
Right.
So, and again, practicing social distance while in the kitchen, so that everybody is as safe as they possibly can be when we're preparing your food, getting it ready to get down to the event, and then ultimately servicing the event.
Right. The face shields are used in the kitchen when we're plating. When we're plating up. When we're closer than what we need to be. And I don't know why this is so loud. Maybe we can turn that down a little bit. I don't know.
Point being, though, Chef, so again, service types from the plated perspective and the PPE in the kitchen, the social distancing in the kitchen. We talked a little bit about the cleaning in the kitchen. Post events, what difference are we doing after the event is over to prepare for the next event?
Going home? I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing? Well, before we talk about that, can we talk about planning?
Absolutely.
How many meeting planners are here right now? Are we meeting planners? Are you guys meeting planners? No? Just attendees. You're eating planners, yes. So planning is a big key to what we do. You know, strategically, we were at the point where we were doing 300 parties a day. We were feeding, one day we did 56,000 people in one day. And we were successful. Everybody was happy. So how do we do that?
Yeah, I was going to say, can you tell them what that's added, this extra planning, what has that added to your schedule and how you're able to do what you do?
It's the people. I mean, it's people like Molly, it's all these people here. We take a lot of pride in what we do, and we love what we do, and you have to care tremendously for serving a quality product.
Has your time in the kitchen changed, for instance, you know, as an executive chef for a large property like this, you do spend a lot of time more on the planning, the ordering, the meeting with vendors. Has it changed the amount of time you're actually spending in the kitchen itself,
yes.
watching the preparation happen?
Well, yeah, it has, and we've grown. A big piece of what we do, though, is our vendors. I have a farm that actually does things like these. These are my fresh herbs that she's been with us for 24 years. She does a lot of specialty edible flowers and different types of items. We've partnered with several vendors out there, chef vendors that help support us. And we use a process called speed scratch, which I don't want to get real deep into that, because that would be, we would be having dinner if I got done explaining that.
Well, what you're talking about from a local vendor perspective is that we're able to add to what we already do with our living greens here at the Center to Table Gardens, and they are to augment. So we've learned what grows here really well, and we've learned what we still might need to purchase outside locally to keep that purchase within Orange County.
So, with
do
that
you want to describe the meal that the folks are going to have?
So, we have a great meal here. We've got a we have a green bean and a rosemary salad. We have a tomato and heirloom tomato and cucumber, English cucumber salad. We have some fresh living greens. We have a sous vide marsala chicken, and we're topping it with our living mushrooms. So
it sounds delicious.
It's a very light dish.
Sounds delicious.
And we are very happy to serve you. Thank you for coming. We're Centerplate at the Orange County Convention Center. And we take a lot of pride and love in doing what we do.
Thank you, chefs. Thank you so much. And thank you to the chefs that are back here preparing the meal for you guys as well.